Hello and welcome everyone to the walk around video here at Your Next Car, the X3M competition. Our vehicle is presented in Sophistico Grey, benefits from some really nice options and features. If you do want to know more about this X3M competition, do go ahead and check out the links I'll leave available through the description. Some key exterior details include the original 21-inch X3M competition alloys. These have just been freshly refinished in bi-colour black, so they're now back to their factory fresh. All four tyres have just been changed as well. So again, give you peace of mind when purchasing this vehicle. We have then added the splitter. It comes with the gloss black M grills. You've got the gloss black Aero M mirrors as well. The X3M competition is a really clever bit of kit when it comes to utilising a very powerful S58 twin turbo 3 litre straight six engine. It's exactly the same engine as what you would find in the same year M3, M4. In this competition spec, it produces a very healthy, around about 500 brake horsepower, a little bit more, 500 brake horsepower in its standard form. The suspension is of course tuned to the X3M competition spec, as are the brakes. You've got huge M brakes with vented discs all around. And whilst of course the performance of this car is just one of the many things it does very well, it does all need to fit inside this very clever, properly spacious mid-size SUV, and it does so very nicely, and we'll come on to talk to you a little bit more about that in a moment. You've got privacy glass. We've already spoken about the M brakes. Round at the back of the car, you have got the quad exhaust, the black exhaust tips there. Not only have you got parking sensors, but you have got front and rear sensors. Parking sensors, sorry, as well as the reversing camera. Again, this is where the X3M really comes into a little bit of a league of its own in terms of it is still an immensely practical car. That boot space is absolutely massive. It is also incorporated with folding seats, luggage cover. So it isn't just all about this car's performance, it is about the practicality and drivability as well. Being that it is in a mid-size SUV body, it does of course come with X-Drive four-wheel drive, albeit that this is the M X-Drive four-wheel drive, so it has got some customization and configurability to that. It does of course allow you to have quite a bit more slip and fun with the drive system, especially when you have got over 500 brake horsepower. It is of course nice to have that. This one has got the comfort package, so you've got keyless entry. Inside you have got the fantastic black leather with those lovely quilted centres, M seat belts as well of course. Both outer rear seats are heated, so that's the one nearest me and the one furthest away. You've got customisable ambient lighting throughout, full high gloss black interior trims, which again works really nicely with the overall colourway of this X3M competition. Front seats are both heated, both do come with the electric function, and you've got driver's memory controls as well. Illuminating M headrests. Again, you can see that wonderful high gloss black interior trim. X3M competition seal kick plates. This one does come with the tech pack, so you've got Harman Kardon, wireless charging tray and head-up display. I'll show you through toward the driver's side where I'll have a seat and I'll highlight a few more of the key interior details. Just another one of the things I personally like about the X3M competition is it does still look very understated. If it wasn't for the external badges, you really wouldn't be able to tell this car too largely apart. It obviously sits that a little bit lower and a little bit wider than a standard, nicely equipped X3. And that, of course, allows this car to fly under the radar, which if you're into, it's a really nice thing, especially in this grey colour. However, where it isn't particularly understated and doesn't fly under the radar is the noise from that S58 twin turbo petrol engine. It sounds absolutely wonderful, especially inside our showroom. However, from a day-to-day point of view, this car is quiet, it's comfortable, it's refined enough to drive every day without having to shout over it. It is of course always going to be that little bit louder in here as well, and we have currently got the car in its most quiet, least aggressive setting. However, that can be very easily changed using either the configurable M1, M2 shift paddle there. This allows you to preset the car to your preferences, whether you want to have, i.e. for example, how I personally would have the car set, so that's everything except the steering in Sport Plus. It does of course then limit that four-wheel drive system. We can then configure the MX Drive four-wheel drive to allow it to have a little bit more slip and a little bit more percentage of the power sent to the rear wheels. However, we'll quiet the car back down and leave it in that setting for now. Mileage just over 33,000, 33,212. It has got touchscreen navigation and media, telephone audio along with Apple CarPlay. You then have got a wide array of multimedia inputs, of course. If we go through into the servicing screen, this vehicle is not required a service for 8,000 miles and does benefit from full and up-to-date BMW service history, including the most all-important running in check, which was carried out on time. And as you can see, it's been serviced all the way through, including many things like brake fluid. The last service was a major service, including all filters, spark plugs and even front brake pads, which again, nice peace of mind that they've been done around about 10,000 miles ago, so not all that long ago. Just double check that. So when was that done? Yeah, 23,000. So just yeah, literally about 10,000 miles ago that they was all done. You have then got the wireless charging tray as well as the head-up display. Again, this can change depending on the mode that the vehicle is in. So now we have got the vehicle in its most aggressive setting. I will just give the car a little rev up for you. We always get asked about how they sound, but again, do bear in mind it is going to be that little bit noisy inside, but it does make a really nice noise. If you do want to know a little bit more about this X3M competition, do go ahead and check out the links that I will leave available through the description. For the meantime, thank you, take care, bye bye.